Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. So we're here with our guest suite, or you could say efficiency apartment that we've taken care of adding on to this house. Now, this house is a house that's actually changed and evolved over the years. It was a Cape Cod house that they ended up putting an addition on. It was probably a 2-bedroom and an upstairs and a 1-bathroom. And then they ended up adding a whole nother section over here, which had 2 more bedrooms onto it, as well as another bathroom. I don't know when, but they did. So this house had this, I'm assuming is the back door that was here, or side door that was here into the old part of the house. So that's been, of course, added onto it. So we got a porch that's out here. We got a separate entranceway. Now, what we did here is, and I'm cutting the molding right now. We're coming down the home stretch right now. We put this door on here to give privacy. It's a locking door and so on. And we ended up using tongue and groove pine to build the areaway here. The reason being is if in the future they want to take this down, you can take this down real easy, but it does give privacy and, of course, your own space. Now, let me show you. Now, we're cleaning up everything, but it is coming along really. As we go up here, I've got to put another coat of paint on here, but we have our closet shelving pole that'll go up in here, so we've got a little space. We do have a very narrow hallway that's in here, but check this out as we get in here. Antique heart pine floors. We've got a nice window that's over here. The drawback on space is, it's only about 6'4" tall, but still not a bad space. Now, we've gotten rid of a lot of the stuff that's in here. We've got a king size bed, some old pieces of furniture, nightstand, cabinet, and stuff like that. I think over here would be a good spot to actually put a desk right here, because you can see out the window. You got plenty of space over there. You got this old dresser that's in here. And I'm thinking what they'll do is they'll probably get a table. And that's an access to the crawl space that's over in there. I mean, not crawl space, the behind the knee walls. It's still part of the A-frame of the roof. But put a table and some chairs over here so you've got a nice little dining area. My wife picked out those lamps to go in here, which are plumb cute. King size bed. And possibly like a lazy boy chair right here in the corner so you can relax. Okay, so let's check out the kitchen here. So the kitchen, we had to do some real figuring and to make this all work. Now, this is a single person's, place, a young person. This is a great spot. You got one of your adult kids that's in the house, or somebody who needs a place temporarily and things like this, or even a starter spot. Or you could end up saying, I'm going to rent out a space for somebody else, because right now, to give you an example, they took a house around the corner from here and they ended up making it so it's 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and they're renting out each bedroom for $1,000. It's kind of crazy. And you're sharing, 2 of the bedrooms are sharing a bathroom. So there's that. So when you look at this, it's not bad. There's a lot of space that's in here, and you've got the king size bed. The guy who's going to be living here is actually about 6'3", 6'4", so he's close to the ceiling. But he loves it because he can stretch out on that king size bed. You've got the window, you've got plenty of light and stuff. And when it came to doing the kitchen, now this was not easy to do because we had a lack of space. Now we did have to move the wall over here about 2 feet, which made this space a little bit smaller, but this was just kind of like a closet, so to speak. Now, we put in a single sink that's nice and deep. This sucker is 8.5 inches deep. I think I'm going to take the insert piece of countertop, and I'm going to cut it so it has a lip that it'll fit right in here. So if you're cutting up vegetables or something like that, it's right here, has a place where you can make this usable on here. And I'll probably cut with the hole saw a hole in the middle so that way, and take the round over bit so we can round it over. So that way the food and the scraps or whatever, you can put a bowl underneath of it, maximizing the space. You do have the shelf that's here. We got the light that's up underneath of it. That's great. And up underneath of it, we've got still a good bit of space that's there. We've got a trash can that's in here. I'll do a drawer that's in there. And we also, of course, over here on this side, we ducted this microwave. I love this microwave. We got the lighting fixture that's on there built in, which illuminates this real good. I do need to put the backsplash. Full size microwave, and it's venting outside, which is great because if you're cooking, you don't want the smell to be inside. Now we got this 2-burner top because again, this is a single person, you don't need to be cooking a full meal. This is an induction top piece. It's 2200 watts, and you have to use induction pots and pans on here. The good thing is it heats the pan. The surface does not get hot in the same way. And for safety reasons, well, one, it supposedly uses less electricity because basically it's like magnets. But two, again, we had to make some concessions. So our light switch is actually right out here outside because I didn't want to put it behind the door and I didn't want to have it over here at the shower. But we have our ceiling light right there. Also, exhaust fan outside, take out the steam and the humidity, and end up using this gray tile that's in here. I love this. It gives it a nice look on the floor. I think it blends in well with the black and everything else. We got the toilet over there, and I love the vanity. The vanity actually we repurposed from another job that we had a while ago, but the medicine cabinet lights up. It's great because it will do different types of lighting for you. So if you're doing photography or doing videos, you can have the light that you like. Nice low ceiling light that's in there. And it's a tiny shower, but I think it's actually a pretty good shower right there. It's, again, we got the cutout for the ceiling, but we put tile on the ceiling to make sure that, we don't have a moisture issue. And you still have some space that's over here behind the door. With the cabinet, you can put your towels and all that stuff in there. But makes it nice and efficient. And when you look at this going all the way down through here, there's actually quite a bit of space. And with the windows on each side, the nice thing is the sun comes up right there and it stays pretty much there almost all day. So you got a lot of natural lighting. We put a wider windowsill. Person could put some plants there if they want to have some greenery. The plants, of course, will help clean the air. So not a lot of space, but I could live here without a doubt. If my wife ever kicks me out, this is where I'm going to live. Don't tell her that. But a little kitchenette, you can do your cooking and everything else and have a good time. And again, thinking about a table here in the corner, a chair over here, and a desk over there. What more could you need? I think it's a great space. And when you think about people are charging $1,000 for a freaking room, and $1,500 for a 1-bedroom unit, 1 bedroom or 2 bedrooms. This, you go ahead and put a family member in here and say, hey, let's keep the money in the family, so to speak. I'm Mark Holmes, and well, I'm very proud of this space. I think it's actually quite cozy. When you look in there and you see the little kitchenette and you see the bathroom back there, yeah, nice bachelor pad.